welcome to Global Premier Show. This is week 8.
What do you mean by Global Premier Show? Global Premier Football Show.
Global Premier Football Show. It's a mouthful. I always struggle. Anyway, welcome to the show. This is week 30th of English Premier League. We're going to discuss games happen on the weekend on Monday, March 14th. And I think this is episode number 8 for 2022. And what a week, Chidi. A lot of big upset. It was actually not an upset, but still.
It's an upset for Manchester City.
It's a big upset.
It's a big upset for all their fans. They must be feeling fearing the worst now. But that's why we love the Premier League, you know.
Yeah, like 60 days ago, Chelsea was on top. And then Man City was on top.
I haven't talked about it.
Things have changed a lot.
Now Liverpool have the chance to go on top, right?
Yeah.
And I think they will do, except just like, you know, like the Premier League will always surprise us with good games and surprising scorelines. So,
yeah, let's start Saturday. It was a good surprise from Ronaldo, Manchester United versus Spurs. I think Ronaldo just took his vengeance. He that's what he did. And
honestly, no one saw that coming. I don't think anyone saw Ronaldo going to score a hat-trick on Saturday. And if he was going to score a hat-trick, it wasn't going to be against Tottenham Hotspur. But, like, Spurs always been Spursy, you know, roller coaster up here, down. I don't know what's wrong with that team, honestly speaking. I don't just know. The inconsistency in Spurs.
Well.
Yeah, you played well, but I mean, what else? The aim that you play well is to win games. I mean,
yeah.
Who can fix Tottenham Hotspur? That's the question now. Who can really fix that team? I don't know if Conte can do that with the type of players he has and the personality of those players. You know, I think there's always something missing in Spurs. I don't know.
Yeah, they were in a position they could have been fourth, and
yeah,
it's because of them that we have that Man City is struggling. They fought against them, and when you watch that game and you're like, oh, that's a really good performance, and then you watch another game,
you wouldn't believe.
Yeah,
they are just very, very inconsistent. I mean, of all the teams that are in the top 6, or let's say, yeah, Spurs are on the table. They are 8 on the table. Now, Wolves have surpassed them, and Wolves is now 7th. Tottenham had some time ago 3 or 4 games in hand.
Yeah, they had the most games in hand.
Yes, of the top 6, they had the most games in hand. Yeah. And they just like bottled all of them. They bottled all of them. And anyway, they're going to play against who again? This coming Brighton, Hove and Albion. That would be another reawakening for them. But I think they'll win that game there.
2 things I want to mention, of course, Ronaldo's performance of the game. There's no doubt he can still lead in a very strong position. In the second one, Harry Maguire, he got away with it. Like he didn't get any heat because Ronaldo just like...
Oh my goodness. I think if you just want to beat Man United, just attack from the Harry Maguire position. You're going to get goals.
Like
you just put someone on him like that. He will bend for you. Yeah, but I mean Ronaldo. I mean, talking about Ronaldo, I do not know why people do not like Ronaldo. But anyway, we all have the rights of choices, right?
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, Ronaldo is on a different level. Even for current players, even for current top players now, I don't think they're on the same level with Ronaldo. I don't think so. even Lewandowski, even Mo Salah, even Benzema, none of them are on the same level of Ronaldo. And the reason why I say this is that Ronaldo has the same drive of 10 years ago.
True.
He has the same drive of 15 years ago. And that's what makes him exceptional. That's why he keeps scoring goals. Even though that he is in a team where they do not understand him. I don't think Man United players understand the personality and the drive of Ronaldo. Because if they understand the drive of Ronaldo, I think they will be able to perform in the way that that team will be competing for the title. You know, but they do not understand it. I think for them, it's just okay for them to wear the badge.
Personally, I think what should happen is like they should make an option that you can be a player and a coach at the same time. Like you play as a coach and sometimes as a team. So
yeah, but I don't think Ronaldo can do that. I mean, he can. I do really admire him a lot because of his hard work and his and the work ethic. He takes it very serious. Yeah, it's fun. You go on the pitch to have fun and to enjoy, but also it goes beyond having fun because it's now your job. You know, as a footballer. You know, he takes it very, very serious. His standard is so high, and that is why when you have a very high standard, it's not being arrogant. It's just that you know what you want. And many people don't like people who have high standards.
Because a lot of people don't have high standards.
Because so they are just okay with the normal. They're just okay with just being there. You know, just wear Manchester United and like feel, oh, you know, he plays for Manchester United. Okay, and then what? What does he do when you step on the what does the player do when he steps on the field to play for Manchester United? Does he have the same drive? You know, Ronaldo had seen previous Man United generation, you know, of players, you know, Van der Sar, Roy Keane, David Beckham, Gary Neville, Ryan Giggs, Nicky Butt, Rooney, you know, Nani, you know, Scholes. These players had very, very high standards. Vidic, Patrice Evra, you know, they will run you to the ground. They will play. They will work very, very hard. They ran. They bled on the field. You know, they gave a lot of things, and that was why they were very, very successful at the time. You know, until I don't know how things changed once Alex Ferguson left. They started signing a bunch of players that I don't know that do not have the drive, just they want to wear the jersey of Manchester United. And now Ronaldo is back, and then like, oh, what he used to have before is no more there anymore, because not just him, even then, he had to learn these things because he didn't have that same drive. You know, when you compare to Roy Keane, you know, when Rooney and the class of '92 got the Neville brothers, the Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt and all those players. Those guys, they set the standard, you know, and then you have Rio Ferdinand, you have Nemanja Vidic, you have Patrice Evra. They set the standard, you know. Now, he saw that standard that was set. That generation passed. He left, went to Madrid, right? From Madrid, went to Juventus.
A lot of things changed when he left.
So when he came back, I'm sure you were like, yeah, maybe we can do that again. But all the players that they have there right now, I don't think any of them have the same drive. I think
drive and thinking too, like thinking.
Their way of thoughts, you know, their lifestyle or something, you know, because it was somewhat rigid under Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson was in perfect control of the whole club.
True.
You know, what players did outside, what they did inside the club, on the field, off the field. So he has seen the standard of Manchester United, and I'm sure that it's really, really hurts him for him to see what is happening right now with our team, that the team cannot be consistent. They have average players that are bought excessively, you know, that are, you know, Harry Maguire is never worth £80 million for any reason. I mean, he's not even worth £50 million for me. He's not even worth it, you know. The only player that I think, the only centre-back right now in the whole world that's worth that is Virgil van Dijk. And even at that, for me, the next player that might worth that could be the Chelsea defender, Antonio Rudiger.
Yeah.
That's for me. Those are the two center backs that I think right now that, in their prime, they are doing really, really, really very well. And they enjoy what they are doing and they're working really hard. I think Maguire struggles to defend. I think Maguire is not even comfortable with his defensive partners, the other center backs that play around him. I don't even think he's comfortable playing with them because they don't complement each other. Center backs should complement each other. Center backs should help each other.
Communication should be really high.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything they do. I remember back in those days, Vidic and Ferdinand, it was like they would die on the field there. I remember as well John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho. Those are like very, very top defensive partners, Right now, it's I think Van Dijk and Matip in Liverpool, But if you look at Man United, they keep switching Varane and what's his name again? Maguire. And then the next one, it will be Maguire and Lindelof. And then the next one, it will be Maguire and what's this guy from Ivory Coast? Eric Bailly. And then they just keep switching. It's like, no, you have to stick with the one that you believe that they are going to give the results, and you work them to give you that result. But honestly speaking, I don't understand the standard of the players in Manchester United right now.
And we don't know what are they basing their decisions on. Maybe they're just going with data science.
I think it's just sentimental selection. What data does Maguire have now? I mean, honestly, what data does he have? He's playing right now. I think he's playing because he's just the captain.
Just the captain.
No, I don't think Maguire will go to any club right now.
Yeah, nobody wants to take him.
And he will be in the starting 11. Even Leicester City, from where he came from, I don't think they'll do that. I don't even think they'll do that.
Yeah, the commentator when he scored on goal was like it's gone to worst. Like from bad to worst now. Anyways, let's move on to the next game, Brentford Burnley. That was actually a really good game. Eriksen, he did an assist.
Eriksen is back. I think
was his first home game.
He's gradually getting back into football again, and
that was his assist. It was a good assist.
Enjoying his game.
That was a very close game. All the goals happened in
the last minutes.
Yeah.
And injury times.
Yeah. And the red card, I think it was just a straight red card.
Yeah. I think Brentford will survive the
No, it wasn't straight.
The drop.
Brentford will survive the drop.
Brentford will survive the drop. I mean, acquiring the services of Eriksen and with Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney has been in form for as long as I can remember, since they were promoted to the Premier League until he got injured. And now he's back again, playing and doing very well and scoring those goals for Brentford. And in the last 2 games, he scored 5 goals.
Oh, did he?
He scored 5. He scored a hat-trick in the last game they played. And then he scored 2.
Ivan Toney?
Yeah. He scored 3 goals, and I can't remember the team they played last.
Oh yeah, I remember.
He scored a hat-trick. He scored a hat-trick, and now he has scored 2 goals. That's incredible return of goals for him since he came back from injury, And he is doing very, very well. And I think when you have strikers that score goals for you, you stand a very, very bad, your chances of surviving the drop is very high because one, goal differences also will count. Even if you find yourself in relegation zone, the goal difference will count. And if you're not in the relegation zone, of course, goals get you points, right? So Brentford I think Burnley will drop, honestly speaking. I think Burnley will go down.
Burnley is already, I think, at their last 4th.
Yeah, they are second to the last on the table. It's still a tight one. It's a very tight one. Watford Everton is being drawn into this very thing right now.
Oh, although they have games, but they didn't win this weekend.
Burnley, do you know how many games Burnley had before?
How many?
They had like 4 or 5 outstanding games. None of them have worked for them. Remember we were talking about sometime that you have outstanding games does not guarantee you the 3 points.
Puts you more pressure.
I think it puts you under more pressure.
Yeah.
You know, the only teams that I think it does not put really under pressure are the teams competing for the title. Let's say if Manchester City has outstanding games, they would definitely win all of them. If Liverpool has one outstanding game now against Arsenal, they would definitely win them. I think the Liverpool will beat Arsenal on Thursday or Wednesday. I think so.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the thing with Burnley. They have not won the outstanding games, and that is really affecting them.
Didn't they win against Spurs?
And then what?
And then they haven't.
Yeah, I mean, you win against Spurs, but you can win against Brentford. You can win against the teams that are around you in those zones. You know, they got a tie against Manchester United. Remember that that thing that happened? We analysed some time ago, where Maguire was here and there.
Yes,
you know, with Varane, and they don't know what they were doing. It was a 1-1 tie against Man United. But they've not been able to win the games of the teams around them. They still have 2 outstanding games compared to Watford. If they win those 2 outstanding games, they might even go over Everton on the table. But yet again, it's all about winning your games. It's not all about how many outstanding games you have. It's you being able to win those games. If you win the game, then you'll be fine. If you don't win the game, even if you draw is not even enough now for those fighting relegation. Because you just get 1 point. Yeah, it's 1 point, it still keeps you in the bottom 3. You know, so what happens? So I really feel for Burnley, but I think they are good enough for the championship now. So, but you never know. You never know. It's still 8 more games
Things
to go.
Change, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is Liverpool beating Brighton. I think Liverpool had an upper hand from the start of the game, of course, and Jota. I think Jota scored, or the new player that they got.
Oh, Diaz. Yeah, Diaz. Yes, I saw the goal when he scored. That goal which he scored. He took a risk with that goal, you know, because he was knocked out by the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But yes, still.
Yeah, they didn't give him a yellow card, or not even a yellow card. In the replay, it looked like he could have gotten a red card.
Yeah, he could have got a red card. I mean, but I don't know. I no more trust the VAR decisions in England. They do whatever they feel, and Mo Salah scored Liverpool's 2000th Premier League goal.
This guy's on fire.
He is on
and
fire.
It's not just that he wants 1 goal. He wants like a ton of goals every game.
He's been scoring goals. He's been in double digits since he came to Liverpool.
Some analysts say that he's maybe a little more greedy with, like, sometimes he could have just do an assist, but he goes. I think when you're at that level of the game, like you're top.
Absolutely.
You want to set records.
If you think, how do you think Ronaldo scored the goals he scored? Yeah, sometimes you have to be selfish, you know, because he then wants the goals. Once you start scoring goals, you get addicted to scoring goals. You want to keep scoring goals. The only thing you want to do is score goals. Just that sometimes you do more than you are expected to do. That when you are to maybe make a pass, you know, provide an assist, you just want to score the goal, and maybe you might miss it. So, again, it goes back to knowing, you know, not being too obsessive. Ronaldo was too obsessive about it lately. Before he scored the hat-trick he scored, right?
Yeah, he wanted
and he was not getting them.
Sometimes it makes you unblocks the player from performing too. Like, they want a goal, not an assist. But a goal gives you a lot more confidence.
Of course. If once that thing crosses the line and touches the net,
it's a different feeling.
Yeah, it's a different feeling. You're on a different level. you just want to keep going. And good for Liverpool. They are keeping the heat on. If they win on Wednesday against Arsenal, that will be 1 point behind Manchester City.
Yeah, they actually have another game before the next week. So
yeah, I mean, they will go one game at a time. So I'm sure they're going to just concentrate on. Arsenal is playing very well. So we cannot just say, okay, they should go and win Arsenal for just winning Arsenal and then play the next one. No. First, focus on Arsenal. The point is still 4 points gap right now. If the season ends today, Man City are champions. So it's no need like, Liverpool's got this game and then that game. I was listening to these guys on Premier League TV and they were like, if by the time Liverpool wins Arsenal and then plays against, is it Watford again or whoever they are playing before Manchester City plays, then they would have been 2 points ahead of Manchester City. I said, guys, chill. Let Liverpool first of all play Arsenal. We still don't know what is going to happen in that Arsenal game, no matter, because it's going to be an exciting game. Yeah. Arsenal are not playing bad. They are playing very good football, and I'm sure Arteta will want to, show off what he has been doing with Arsenal, because Arteta is not timid. He's not a tease. He's not going to tell them to hold back. No, they will still want to create chances. They will still want to go on and try to win games. And Liverpool is on another 10 test for Arsenal because they have been playing very, very well. When we talk about their game, against Leicester. They played very, very well against Leicester. And that's why Leicester could not even get any goal, So
no, Arsenal is on a roll. They haven't lost their last 8 games. I don't know, maybe five at least. But one of the things that I wanted to mention in this game that Klopp was mad. I think he was mad at Jota that he didn't finish, like he didn't pass, like he was very 1-on-1 with the keeper, and there was another player on the right side of him, and he didn't do an assist, and he got selfish and he got mad.
That's what happens. It will always happen in the game of football. That
I think Klopp wants as many goals as much as he can. Like it could be a goal difference at the end of the game.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I agree with you because City did not score today. They have 50 goals. The goal difference is 50, and the goal difference for Liverpool is 53. So Liverpool is just 3 goals more. We know that City can blow any team away just any time, any day. Just that Palace were resilient today. Oh my goodness, they were. Anyway.
Okay, Sunday's game, Chelsea versus Newcastle.
Oof.
It was a very close game.
Very close.
Awesome, amazing goal, by the way.
Ooh, that goal sends shivers down my spine. Yeah. The first touch, the finish. First of all, let's talk about the pass. The pass from Jorginho was exquisite. That's spot on.
The play was like happening. It wasn't like spontaneous. It took some time.
Yeah, there was a build up to it. Yeah, passing, and then.
And doing that in 89th minute is really hard.
It is. Players must be fully engaged in the game, and seeing that also. Newcastle have been having a very good run. In 9 games, they've not lost. They've won 7 of those games and only drew 2 of those games. So they were coming into their 10th game. I said to myself, they must have to lose this 10th game. There's no 2 ways about it. They have to lose this 10th game. And gladly enough, 89th minute, Jorginho got the ball, measured the height of Dan Burn, and played that ball in between. Dan Burn is 6'7". That's
okay.
And
that actually very tricky to do that.
It was a world-class pass. The assist was world-class. The finishing
was even better.
Was from another planet. Let me just put it that way. The way he did not do it out, because there will be players that it is the 89th minute, they are tired, and they
maybe 0-0. It's a lot of pressure.
And you're like, oh, okay, maybe we can just get a point and just let it be. But the calmness, he was calm. That's one of the things I like about that guy, Kai Havertz. He is calm. He is hardworking. His jump power is very good. He can compete in the air. He can win area balls. He can bring them down. He can make passes. He can score goals. And that is why I believe that right now he's playing ahead of Lukaku, ahead of Timo Werner, ahead of any other central attacking player in Chelsea. That's why we may be playing with a false nine, in this case him, that he can link up play. His passing is good. His first touch is what, if, no offense, but I don't think there will be any other Chelsea player in that position that will be able to bring that ball down and finish the way he did it. And that is what makes it so good.
If it was Lukaku, you can imagine. Things have changed so much in the last few games. Kai Havertz says he's running so good in the box that he's always. I remember in the last few games he's done the slide goal, right? Times. It means he is putting in a lot of effort.
Yeah,
not just being in the position, but like going for the touch and then finishing it.
Exactly. He reads the game very well. Let's put it that way. Yeah. He reads the game very well. He's not the type that wants to go and rub shoulders with the opposition. He moves away, gets the ball and plays the ball and moves into the next position and moves into the next space. He finds pockets of space to be able to receive, to play. If he can play, he can just lay it off in a one-touch pass, go again, get the ball, and so on and so forth. That's the difference between him and some of the other players that we have in that attacking role. He's not too selfish. He's not he's not like he's not too much of a dribbler. There are other players that will get the ball and they want to just dribble and dribble. But Kai Havertz, I think he's the smartest forward player that Chelsea has right now. He's the smartest. He thinks so clearly. He makes simple. He just makes it simple. He just keeps it simple. And that is why Lukaku is just there on the bench. Yeah. And maybe, I think, when Lukaku came in, I said maybe Lukaku playing alongside Kai Havertz might help Lukaku. Because Lukaku needs smart players around him, not just players that will dribble the ball and dribble the ball. I think Kai Havertz knows when to pass. He knows when to dribble. There are players in Chelsea that don't know, that honestly speaking, they don't really, they are sometimes they dribble, they are good in dribbling, but sometimes they do it and overdo it. Like, just put the ball in the box. Just put the ball in the box. Give the center forward something to work with. If he does not get to the ball, then we know that, okay, he didn't get to the ball. Maybe next time he has to get to the ball. Or maybe the center forward like, I should be getting that ball. I should be making those runs, But they are like, they will just keep dribbling and dribble and over-touch and over-touch and over-touch, It's like, for me, it's good to know how to dribble. But when you overdo it and don't know when to put the ball in the box. Look at Man City. Man City, they don't waste time. Boom, 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 1-2 touches, ball is... They smash it into the box. The same thing with Liverpool. If the ball doesn't go into the box, you're not going to score goals.
Yeah. Actually, in reality, you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's maybe like a couple of seconds you have to make a decision.
Exactly. So that's one thing I like about Kai Havertz, and his goal was. It was thank you to Jorginho. Jorginho, thank you very much for that pass. Jorginho doesn't often make those passes, but when he does, I think they are very, very accurate. And that was what happened.
True. Okay, Everton versus Wolves.
Oh, don't talk about Everton. Everton fans are really hurting right now. I'm sure they are really, really hurting, honestly speaking. I used to think, I was thinking things would have changed, since Lampard came in. But also I think things have not changed.
I recently found out that Lampard, when he was coaching Chelsea, when they were playing Liverpool. He said something to Klopp. You remember that?
They had a fight, almost a fight, during that time.
Like he only wins some sort of titles and something. He said something like that. I was like, really, that happened?
I mean, that was last season, I think, or last.
There was no audience.
Yeah, that was during the pandemic. Yes, and they had a rough time, when we played Liverpool. Mm-hmm. But honestly speaking, let's come back to Everton right now. Mm-hmm. I still do not understand what they play. Honestly, still do not understand their pattern of play, their system of play. Imagine they also got a red card. That makes it difficult.
Yeah, that was reckless for sure.
Yeah, the back three. They played a 3-4-3 formation. The back three all had yellow cards. And the other, John Joe Kenny.
And it happened in like 3 minutes apart.
Yeah, John Joe Kenny got what's it called? The second yellow card. Mm-hmm.
And it was rash both of the times. It could have been avoided easily.
What I would suggest to Lampard right now, I know Lampard, when Lampard was a player, he was an attacking midfielder. He was scoring goals. But I think right now what he has to do is to fix the defense of Everton. At least stop conceding goals first before you then work on your attack. Work on the defense. Get the defense sorted out. That's the first thing he has to do. Because if not,
English defenders, nothing is saying. I think England's defenders are not good.
But he has other players there that are not English. If the English defenders are not doing the job properly, But I mean that's not the case.
Yeah, that's not the case for sure.
I mean, for me, that's not the case. He has. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, I even on the bench, he only had one defender on the bench. My oh my. He only had one defender on the bench. No wonder he went for the back three.
Very limited resources right now.
Yeah, maybe there are some injuries as well. But he had one defender on the bench and he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He did bring in Dele Alli, or he did? Yeah, he did bring in Dele Alli.
Dele Alli, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think
even Anwar El Ghazi that went there on loan from Aston Villa, but nothing has happened. Alan was on the bench. Andros Townsend was on the bench. Alexi Iwobi was on the bench. Solomon Rondon was on the bench. He would need to sort this team out as quick as possible. You could have gone with a mid five if he to stop conceding goals, bring in defensive midfielders. Played. If I was in his position in this with the limited resources here that he had on the bench, based on the number of defenders he had available for that game, yes, I would go with a back four as well, honestly. I would play 4-5-1, I'll play with a 4-5-1. Stop conceding goals. First, deal with the set piece. First, make sure that we stop conceding goals. We don't concede, if we don't score, they don't score. If we score, then we don't concede. Lampard has to get Everton sorted out, because if not, imagine Everton dropping to the Championship under Lampard. Everton fans will never be happy. They will never. I don't think they will ever. It doesn't look good for him too in his career as a coach. He went to Derby County in his first year as a coach ever. He did well. He took them to the playoffs, Championship playoffs. They did not make it. Fine. Chelsea came knocking. He did well in the first season with Chelsea. Second season, he had all the money to spend. They gave him money to buy players. He bought whosoever he bought. Things were not going well. He started losing games. We started dropping out. We were on the verge of being, we were smashed in that season against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. That was a very, very terrible way of, playing.
Yeah. Was it a final game or?
No, it was. I think it was in the group stage, or was it in the second round when we lost that? But he did well also. He ended the season well. We ended in the top 4, started the next one. And that season, actually, that his first season in Chelsea were not permitted. Chelsea were banned from signing players because we were punished by FIFA for signing players younger than 18, which was against FIFA rules, So we had a ban on signing players. So the only players that Chelsea had were those that were already in Chelsea and some academy graduates that were in the first team then, and they all played, and I think we did well. But the next season, when he had money to buy players,
he made good decisions.
No, my.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't look good for Everton.
It doesn't look good for Everton. Wolves have been consistent.
Yeah.
Well,
Wolves.
Not
better.
that. Yeah, but honestly, I think they'll be more. They're in a better position. They are now 7th on the league table. So, yes, still, anything can happen for the top 4. Honestly speaking, anything can still happen for top 4.
A lot of teams are winning and losing at the same ratio. So nothing is changing, pretty much.
So.
But yeah,
we'll see.
Everton still has a chance. They have 25 points, I think. No, 20.
They have 22 points.
But they have played only 25 games.
Yeah, sure. Come on, man.
When there's a chance, that I'm saying is as if they can't perform.
They're playing Newcastle next.
Okay, that's end of it.
No, understand this. They are playing Newcastle next, and in that game against Newcastle are fighting very, very hard to avoid the drop. And since they brought in the new manager Eddie Howe, Newcastle have gone 10 games, losing 1 and drawing 2, and they've won the rest. And that is why they are where they are. Now, they played against Chelsea. They gave us tough time, in which we won the game in the last minutes of the match. What do you think? Who do you think will come into this game, Everton, Newcastle, more confident?
Of course, Newcastle.
Newcastle will come in more confident.
They just gave a hard time to Chelsea.
Yeah, they just gave us a hard time.
Yeah.
And they're going to come into this game very confident. If anything happens and Everton loses that game. Anyway, I wish Everton the best, honestly speaking. Yeah. I don't want Lampard to drop. I don't want Everton to drop. I think, but I still think Watford, Burnley, and Norwich would drop. Norwich still has 17 points. Norwich still has everything to play for. They are not. I can't say that they have been condemned because 4 points. They are just how many points behind Everton in 17? So they are just 5 points. So anything can still happen, man.
Yeah,
anything can still happen. Hopefully.
I think that's the most exciting season, I guess. Well, for me, lately, I haven't watched it for a long time. Okay, yeah. Well, I said that I was gonna keep an eye on Leeds United. So they were playing in Norwich, which is at the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is that Norwich always had one goal. I don't know how they managed to get one goal. They do lose, but they get one goal.
They try to lose honorably.
Yeah.
The only team that smashed them back and forth was Man City.
6-0.
Yeah, and then Liverpool again.
Liverpool was 0 something.
Yeah, 4-0, 4 I think.
But other games they do manage to get one goal in some sneaky way, because they scored in 91st minute. But yeah, Leeds United had a good goal going in this game for sure. I don't remember the first. Rodrigo, I think it was a good goal. It was a shot from a bit far from outside of the box or maybe inside the box. It was a good finish.
I was not expecting anything different from this game. I was expecting Leeds United to win the game. Leeds have better players. Leeds.
Rafinha.
Rafinha, Rodrigo, Daniel James. Daniel James moved to Leeds United from Manchester United.
This season?
Yeah, last season I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, for me, Leeds have a better chance of surviving.
Leeds have good players.
They have good players.
Yeah.
They have good players, and they have players that are really ready to work and run and never stop running. They just need to, with the new coach that came in right now, they are, they just like they had to switch their way of playing, their system of play, try to keep possession of the ball a little bit, because before it would just be back and forth. They'll get the ball, try to launch attack, everyone running, and then they lose the ball, and there's tons of space to be exploited by the opposition, and they keep losing games. That was what led to their manager, Marcelo Bielsa being fired then, because they when you do all the running, the football pitch is too big. And when you do all the running, everyone running forward, and once you lose the ball, you have tons of space just there right behind you. That's why they were being smashed by everyone that came by.
Yeah, and he never changed. That was
he didn't want to change.
He kept the same thing.
He knows his philosophy. He understands it. He wants to stay with it. You can change him. What's his name? Tim Sherwood was saying that if he was the Leeds, director, that he wouldn't have fired him. But the team hasn't been doing well, and one of the things that frighten these clubs is that once they see the team in the 16th position, 16, 17, that's like, oh, that's relegation. That's like relegation battle already.
Yeah.
So
I think it's as vicious as for the top battle.
Yep. Now they switched to a 4-2-3-1, because before they were playing 4-1-4-1 with under Marcelo Bielsa. Flying wingers, everyone run. Oh my goodness, the speed with which they play is terrifying speed. Hopefully they're getting their acts together and they're able to, keep the ball a little bit more, break into counter-attacks, just try to survive the season. It's all about trying to survive the season now. Norwich, unfortunately, will be going down because of...
They're already at the bottom.
Yeah.
I
mean, anything can still happen. You never know, because it's just that...
But they have lost all their games. Maybe
yeah.
7-8 games. So they have to work really hard.
Yeah, Norwich have, my goodness, minus 45 goals. They have lost 20 games. It must be very, very difficult to be a Norwich fan.
Yeah, Pookie.
Pookie gets goals.
Yeah, he did an assist, I think.
He gets goals. But honestly, imagine being a Norwich fan. Oh, those guys must be suffering every week. Mm-hmm. Every week.
For so long.
You go to the stadium with excitement. But the thing is that every match day is like a fresh hope. Mm-hmm. That anything can happen.
True.
You remember Sunderland?
Sometimes like a draw is
it's like a win for them.
Winning a trophy.
Yeah. So, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. Next is Southampton.
Surprise.
And Watford.
Surprise.
I think who is the manager? Hudson.
Yeah, Roy.
He's not gonna retire.
No.
He won again.
Roy surprised me this weekend.
I don't know. The keepers. Did you see the game? Oh, I don't know. What was it? What are they doing? Foster. They were passing. Nothing is gonna happen. They did it 3 times. Third time's the charm. I
I think they took Watford for granted because Watford somewhere.
Watford came in really hot.
Yeah.
Because when you're at the bottom, like they are almost like dying, and they will.
Yeah, basically, Watford is like a team that is assumed to have been condemned, right? Mm-hmm. And Southampton cruising in 10th place, And I'm sure their coach must have told them, guys, we're going to go and beat Watford because Watford can win here. And they were playing at home. But...
Your favorite Ward-Prowse had a kick.
Yeah.
It was close.
I saw the free kick.
Touched the net from the top.
Best set piece, dead ball taker in the world right now for me is him. But yeah, that's... I was watching Fraser, Foster, the fullbacks, the centre backs, what they were doing, like, what are these guys doing? Like, imagine you being the coach and see your team doing that. You just like, it would be terrifying. You're like, you would not have any words to say because you were like, I'm not sure we ever did this type of thing in the training session.
I can understand if a mistake from one defender happens, like a bad
It was
pass,
like,
but then the defender is like, you passed the keeper, and I think keeper passed left, and then the defender passed right, and then
they were. I mean, I don't know. Was it? I don't know if it was getting into their head or something. Let's try to play smooth and play out from the back.
And yes, it happened at the very start of the game. So yeah, they might be like, oh, things are slow right now. We can do whatever. They're not gonna press. But no, you give.
But I'm gonna tell you what that does to the opposition. That steers the opposition to press more, because they've seen that these guys can bulge, they can just cave in if we press them. They are not Man City. They are not Liverpool. They are not Chelsea. I think these are the only three teams that are under pressure in the back, they are confident and are able to build from the back. The rest can't do it. Man United cannot do it. Tottenham cannot do it. All the other teams, I don't see any team else that can do it. West Ham don't do it. Wolves don't do it. Aston Villa sometimes try because of Steven Gerrard. But it's not like a trademark, compared to Liverpool, Chelsea, and even Liverpool don't do it all the time because they are always direct, But Man City and Chelsea, they are the teams that I know that do it more often than any other. And when Southampton started doing that, and that mistake, that will steer Watford up to push more, to try. Maybe they can get something, because these are also psychological approach to the game. When you see your opposition, making mistakes, that's a motivational factor for players to do what? For the other team to step up their game and try to get something from it. And at the end of the day, it's worked for them. They got two. They got two from Cucho Hernandez. Remember Cucho Hernandez in the last game, he scored an own goal, a terrible one. Just for me, it was like a nonchalant attitude on when he was dropping back to help him defend, and he just walked the ball into his own net. But this time around, he saved himself, and he got some goals for them. And what else would they want? Now they are 17th. They are 18th, just right behind Everton. Everton has 3 games ahead. I think Everton will survive if they play their 3 games, the outstanding games, and they win them. If they win them, they will go away from this.
Leeds, Everton, and Watford.
Yeah.
That's the fight. The bottom two, bottom two, I think it's the game over for them. But we'll see. Okay, next is West Ham. Aston Villa.
Surprise
I
again.
don't remember. I think that was the game when... what are the game, keeper saved a ton of goals? Who is Fabianski?
Fabianski is West Ham's goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, he saved a lot.
Yeah.
I think he was the biggest difference. He saved 2 goals, I guess. And he's 36.
Yeah.
Fabianski.
Oh.
He went to Everton? No, he went to Aston Villa.
He was an Arsenal. You know, he was an Arsenal player at some point.
Yeah. She started from Arsenal, I think.
Yeah.
Or very young.
Yeah, he's been around the block for a while now.
I remember he was the second keeper when Lehman was.
Yeah, he was there with. I think he was there when Jens Lehmann was there.
Yeah.
2007, 2008, 2008, 2009, 2009, 2010, 10-11 season, 11-12 season, 12-13 season, 13-14 season. So between 2008-7 and 2014, I think he spent 7 years in Arsenal, but he didn't keep much though. And then he went to Swansea City, where he spent another 3 years or 4 years there, and then came to West Ham. And since then, it's been
and he still has 3 more years at West Ham.
Yeah, goalkeepers do well with age, so
they can push.
It's not much. Do you know how old the
Buffon?
No. The Crystal Palace goalkeeper is?
Oh.
35.
35.
You wouldn't believe that.
No.
I wouldn't believe.
The guy he was talking to Pep at the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
Goalkeepers age well and they do well as they. Yeah. He made good saves today. Oh my goodness, that goal that Bernardo Silva could have scored. The one he spilled.
What was he doing?
Like, what?
The one he just took it outside, right? Yeah. It was,
again, trying to be too perfect on the pitch.
I don't know, it was not their day. It's like something was happening.
Those things that made me believe that it wasn't their day. It wasn't their day. But anyway, back again to West Ham.
West Ham, this was this Ukrainian player.
Yeah, Yarmolenko.
It was a good first touch, and he changed his direction and that's the same kind like with what Kai Havertz did. But Kai Havertz was world class because he was running really hard.
Yeah, he was.
He had more time to turn and do it.
Yeah, well, good for West Ham. They're still there trying to push on for top 4, right? I don't know if they will ever get it. I think they will be playing in the Europa League again. They had a lot of chances to cement this top 4, but I think they dropped out of they lost form at some point, and now Arsenal has taken over with 26 games, and West Ham have played 29 games, so it's not going to happen.
West Ham had a game with Liverpool last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I was disappointed. This player, what's his name? Lanzini. He had like empty on the side, like not empty, but still it was easy to finish. But he just kicked high. Happens. But yeah, good performance from West Ham. The second goal was good too. The good positioning. Good finish.
I was thinking that Aston Villa would have gotten something from this game, looking at their performances. There's this kid that is catching my eyes in Aston Villa, Aaron Ramsey.
Brazilian?
No, not the Brazilian.
Coutinho?
No. Jacob Ramsey, rather, number 41.
Okay.
He's an academy graduate. He plays football with composure, and for a young player like him, for me, I think he is really he has stood out for me. Besides Coutinho, excuse me.
Coutinho they got very cheap, right?
Coutinho is on loan.
Oh, he's on
Coutinho
loan.
is on loan. I don't think Everton will be able to pay Coutinho's bill.
I thought
you know how much Coutinho makes? £480,000 a week.
That's it?
That's his salary. That's his wages every week. £480,000 every week. How and where will Aston Villa get £480,000 to sign Coutinho for maybe 3 seasons or 4?
He's coming from Barcelona, right?
Yep.
Wow.
So, except I think he may have to.
When a player comes on loan, who pays? Barcelona pays?
Barcelona is paying. Or
Aston
maybe
Villa
sometime they do like a 50-50.
Okay.
But it's a loan. You take a loan, you pay something for the loan or something, I guess. But Yeah, if he's going to sign for Aston Villa, he will have to go take a pay cut.
I don't think he's going to go back to Barcelona.
No, he's never going to go back to Barcelona.
Why not?
He's not going to go back to Barcelona.
He didn't have a good time. He
never had a good time in Barcelona. That's why he's in Aston Villa.
He was playing for whom? Before Barcelona, he was playing for Liverpool.
He was in Liverpool. Liverpool used him to make money.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool sold him. Now he went to Barcelona. When he went to Barcelona, it wasn't working for him. They loaned him to PSG.
Okay.
After that, he came back to Barcelona. It still did not work out. And now he's here now.
He's one of the midfielders. He scored more goals in this season compared to any other midfielders, right?
I mean,
as of right now.
For Aston Villa, yes.
Yeah.
But I think for me the high point in the Aston Villa midfield is that Jacob Ramsey. I think two of them are complementing each other. They are actually understanding each other. Look at the formation that Steven Gerrard was playing. He was playing a 4-4-2 diamond. So 4-1-2-1-2. That's the diamond, as you can see there in the middle. You know, Douglas as the holding midfielder there is the number 6, McGinn, and two double eights, and then Coutinho was number 10 there, and then he had Oli Watkins and Danny Ings. So, but that number 41, Jacob Ramsey, my oh my.
Yeah, he scored the goal.
Oh my goodness! Not just because of the goal this weekend, but in previous games I've watched the guy. Oh my word! There was that game that they beat Leeds 4-0. My goodness, the kid was everywhere. He was everywhere. He was everywhere. The energy he has, the shooting ability, he works very, very well. For me, he's a complete midfielder. And these are, it's very, very good for clubs to have players that come from the academy. Those players give you 110%. Forget about the big money signings. The big money signings are just mercenaries.
Right.
They're just mercenaries. They are not there to, honestly, they are not really there to die, to work hard and to give their best for the club. No, they're just there when it's fine, we're just there going. We're not there, we're just there going, When it's not fine, they call their agents right away. I need you to find me another club. Then they just move. But the young players that are raised, that we are developed in the clubs, they give the club 110%.
Yeah.
Look
like
at
Messi.
When he was in Barcelona.
Yeah. It's like being a kid of the club.
Yeah, you saw everything, the club that you support,
Yeah.
the club that you like. You work hard, every day of training when you were in the under 8s, and then you move to the under 9s and then 10s.
It's a different bond.
Yeah, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16. And then when you reach 17, they signed your first professional contract. Like, wow, I've made it, here I am. You get the opportunity for a debut. Oh my goodness, it's a dream come true for young players. Look at Chelsea, for example. Most Chelsea top performers this season are players that came, Reece James, Mason Mount. They are players from the youth development squad, from the academies, Jacob Ramsey, Elanga from Manchester United. Whenever he's on the field, it's a different he does something different. He runs more, he gives more than those other players that we are signed multi-million, that signed in from other clubs in the multi-million, dollar deals. So that's why it's always good to have good academies, very good
Strong
development.
foundation.
Yeah. When you have that and you're able to get one or two of them into your first team, trust me, they will
go very long.
They will go very long, and they will really, really work hard. And there's nothing that a coach likes to see, players that are on the field and they feel that, that badge, they represent the badge. The other mercenaries represent themselves. But the academy players, they represent the badge. They would work hard. They would defend the badge, So, and anyway, good luck to West Ham in their pursuit for
top four.
For top four. I don't think they will get there, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
Okay. Last game of Saturday.
The goalkeeper of the season for me is this Arsenal goalkeeper, man.
I think he was the man of the match.
Yeah, he's the man of the match.
Yeah, big clubs always get good keepers.
No, let me. Do you know the history of this guy?
No.
So, we were making fun of this guy when he signed for Arsenal. People that didn't like Arsenal, you know, non-Arsenal supporters. We were making fun. We said, so this guy he was with Sheffield United. No. So he was with Bournemouth. He was the first goalkeeper in Bournemouth. Bournemouth went down to the Championship. Bournemouth was relegated. Sheffield United signed him. Then Sheffield United were in the Premier League. Sheffield United signed him. Sheffield United signed him, then went down to, they were relegated. So when he came to Arsenal, people said, oh, you went and bought a goalkeeper that had been relegated twice with the clubs that he played in the last 2 seasons. So Arsenal will be relegated. So, but just like that, you know, this...
But
he's now different. I mean, he is... For me right now, he should be England's number one. He should be England's number one goalkeeper. Not Jordan Pickford, not Foster, not whosoever, not Sam Johnston from West Bromwich Albion. This guy should be England's number one goalkeeper right now. What he has done for Arsenal, he has kept them in the game. Besides that, Arsenal plays very well, but this guy keeps them in the game
his
too.
Reflexes, I remember he saved twice.
He kept them in the game. He kept them in the game against Leicester City.
He did. I think he saved early on in the game.
Oh my goodness! There are games that there was a save he made. I think he's made the save of the season as well. He has really kept them going, and he's still very young though. He's still very young.
In the front line, again, like I said, is really good. His movement is really good. And this guy, Thomas Partey, he had another chance. I think he was saved. He was really pushing in really hard.
Arsenal are playing a different level of football now. I think
they have matured a lot with Arteta.
I don't think it's because they're matured. I think they got the right coach.
But it took time. Yeah. Arteta has taken a lot of heat.
Yeah, he has taken a lot. Yeah, but when you trust your work, you know, he's been with Guardiola. He's seen football as well at the highest level. Yeah. Besides that, he played for Arsene Wenger, you know, and played for David Moyes at Everton. But I think...
being very close to Guardiola.
Yeah, being very close to Guardiola and working with him as a coach, not as a player, is different. So when you work with Guardiola as his assistant coach, you know, as a coach, you learn more. You see a lot of things, you know, you see details of whether it's the coaching session, you know. Players don't pay attention to coaching sessions.
Not the same way.
It's not the same way. But when you are in there as a coach, as an assistant coach, you see every detail put in. And
he did win trophies with him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he saw things working. Right?
Exactly. That's what he has brought to Arsenal. And maybe that's why he did not care, Aubameyang, off you go, you know. No time, because that's how Pep does. Pep has no time to like make you feel all right. No, he's there for he's very straightforward. If you're not working and doing the things that he wants you to do, the way he wants you to do them, you are out of the picture. You know, you're just gone.
He wants everyone to perform 100%.
You must do what he says, not what you are thinking.
Yeah, Henry has said many times about Pep Guardiola.
Yeah,
like when he was in Barcelona.
Exactly. Yeah, you know,
he wants everyone to do what he wants.
Yeah, he doesn't care how good you are. You know,
whoever you are,
whoever you are, you know. So that's what's this guy has brought to Arsenal, and that is why they are playing the game they are playing right now.
And he's Spanish, and Guardiola was Spanish, so
of course,
the language does matter a lot too.
He
absorbed everything out of him.
Of course.
Yeah.
He. I think Arsenal will finish in the top 4. I think so. That would be an unfortunate thing for Manchester United, because next season, if they are not playing in the Premier League, they're not playing in the Champions League next season. I don't know.
Yeah, good for Arsenal.
Well, they have a stern test. They have a stern test against Liverpool.
Yes, big game. But I think Liverpool still has a lot more chance to win. It's just Liverpool. Arsenal might not be able to handle their attacks.
We'll see. Arsenal is playing home, so they have a home advantage.
Okay, but they did play this last game at home too.
It's a rescheduled game, so.
Okay. Yes, it was postponed because of COVID, I think.
Yeah. But anyway, we will see what happens then. For all the best to them, but I still want Liverpool to win.
Speaking of Liverpool, City lost. Not lost, but lost.
City dropped 2 massive points.
2 big points.
Today.
Important points for them. It might go in the history books that was the game.
How many games was it before now that City were 14 points?
Yeah,
14 points ahead of
Liverpool.
Second place, yes. And now it is 4 points.
As of right now, it's 4 points. It can be only 1 point.
Exactly.
If the games are played the same.
Yep. I mean, if Liverpool gets 3 points on Wednesday, it's going to be 1 point.
1 point.
And then in April,
even
before they play, you still don't know.
They play against each other?
Yeah, in April, next month.
Goodness.
Even before then, we still don't know what will happen. When City were running away with the league, when they were like 14 points ahead, I said, let's wait until the Champions League resumes.
Yeah, you said that. It was, I think, at start of January.
Said, let's wait till the Champions League resumes. Once the Champions League resumes, that's when you see City under pressure. Because...
Do you have to travel and
not the traveling. The idea of that, we are a big club, and for us to say that we are a big club, we need a Champions League trophy. And that will bring a divided attention. Even maybe not intentional, but the pressure will just be there, because how do I put it now, that you feel that, we need to win the Champions League. Also, we need to compete in the Premier League. These two competitions, it's what City will be fighting to win. Not even the FA Cup. They don't really care about that, because they've won it over and over, at least in the last couple of seasons. But for the Champions League, for all the money that they have spent in buying players, they have the most expensive player in English football history. For me personally, I'm yet to see the difference that Jack Grealish brings to Man City. I am still yet to see the difference.
No,
because in Aston Villa, you see the difference that he makes. They play for him. They get the ball, they look for Jack Grealish. They get the ball, they look for him. But in Man City, it's different.
He's absent.
I
mean, he's there, but
he's there.
De Bruyne is the person.
Exactly. De
Bruyne is the person.
Yeah, De Bruyne
is the one.
Foden as well. And today the Palace was very, very hard on them.
He reminds me of Gareth Bale when he went to Madrid. He was not the player. Nobody looked.
I mean, I think Gareth Bale achieved more stuff than this man. I mean, this is his first season in Man City, so we can't just judge him on that.
Yeah.
And I think he's also still young.
He was an expensive buy, right?
100 million. He's the most expensive player in English football. So it's not even as if, that he came from elsewhere. We're talking about a different league. 26 years of age. Oh, excuse me.
Tired. Coach Chidi is tired.
Man, when you come do a session, and then you come to do this stuff. But anyway, here we are, almost done. Yeah, but honestly speaking, I think today's game, I give kudos to Crystal Palace, not Man City. I think Palace were out today to defend. They kept their structure. They were not intimidated by Man City, honestly. And I think one of those things is that they also had a manager who has played at the highest level, who knows what it is to play this type of games, who can inspire and motivate his players to be able to do that. And that's Patrick Vieira. He's
very strong.
I think tactically they were sound. They didn't have much possession, but also they had breakaways, counter-attacks, which they did not maximize. Honestly speaking, if they had maximized those counter-attacks, I think they would have beaten City today. I think they would have beaten City. Regardless that City had many shots on target, many shots at goal, but a lot of possession, a lot of passes, whether inside the opposition's half and inside the opposition's box. But yet still, at some point, Palace were dangerous on the counter-attack. They nicked the ball away on some few occasions, just that they did not maximize it. And I don't know what could have happened if they had maximized those opportunities and scored those goals. Even they were not afraid of pressing City from the front. They pressed City and pressed and pressed and pressed. At some point they had to stop pressing from the front, but as well, they knew where they were going to press, whether it's in the mid block, that, okay, once City arrives here, we press. And once they did that, they got it. They did not just maximize it. But honestly speaking, I really, this is one of the most enjoyable 0-0 games that I've watched this season.
Yeah.
It was.
City, Bernardo, not Silva. What's his name?
That's Foden.
No. The Silva who missed the chance.
Oh, Bernardo Silva. Oh.
That was. How can you miss that? And then.
Goalkeeper spilled the ball in front of you.
He didn't even try to
just
go back.
Smash it.
Yes.
Just smash it. What did he do?
It was an easy goal.
I mean, of course, but I think the instinct was not there for him to go one touch smashing and then trying to finish it, because it was close range from the goalkeeper. So, excuse me, if he had smashed it, the goalkeeper will have to save himself first because it's very close. But he had to take it. He wanted to take it around the goalkeeper. So that first touch was heavy. And then it was a heavy first touch. Yeah. Also, the second one, the rebound, the one that Kevin De Bruyne took, that rebounded off the bottom post. They couldn't take it in. Another one, the long range, from Cancelo. They were shooting. Oh my goodness.
That was a really strong shot.
Oh my goodness. The keeper was very busy today.
The sound that came out of the woodwork was really.
It was, strong. I mean, honestly speaking, it was a very, very good 0-0 game. Patrick Vieira must be very pleased with the team, and there was something that Patrick Vieira did for me that stood out in this game. So if you look at the lineup from Crystal Palace, you would see that he played younger players.
Gallagher?
Played younger players, and that is, they will keep running for the whole game. They're not stopping. Mitchell, Mark, Gueye, Joachim Andersen. Nathaniel Klein is the only older player in that. I mean, he's just 30 years old. He's just 30 years old. Tyron Mitchell is 22. Mark is 21. This is an academy product of Chelsea. Anderson is 25. So, guess what? They were ready for the Fodens. They were ready for for Kevin De Bruyne. They were ready for Bernardo Silva. They were ready for Riyad Mahrez. They were ready for Jack Grealish. Physically, they were up for it. Then in the middle, they had a mixture of experience and young players. Michael Olise, 20 years old. Shak Koyate is 32 years, not that much old. Zaha is 29, in his prime. Jeffrey Schlupp as well, 29. Conor Gallagher, 22. Just a mixture of experience and young players. Let's go for it, 50-50. We are not scared today. If we're going to go hard tackles, we go hard tackles. If we're going to run, we run. Everything. They did not show respect for Man City today, which many teams do. And when teams show a lot of respect to Man City, at the end of the day, you're getting 5-0, you're getting 9-0, you're getting all those big margins, score lines. But these guys were out today,
Yeah, and their keeper was outstanding too.
And the keeper is the oldest player on the pitch, and he was really outstanding. 35 years of age, and he made good saves. He made outstanding saves. He was very good too, Besides the one that he spilled, that this man wasn't able to get in, But yeah, I think it was a deserved 0-0 draw, 0-0 for Palace. For them it's a point gained. For Man City it's a point dropped. So
yeah, what's next for City? They're gonna be under a lot of pressure for the rest of the season.
They will.
It's gonna make it more difficult for them.
Yeah, they're already in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They had a very easy passage to the quarterfinals when they played when they played what's it called again? Sporting Lisbon. In Sporting they won 5-0. Right? And then they came back to Etihad and they drew 0-0. And now playing this game, another 0-0. So it's going to get tougher in the Champions League because Sporting they will not meet a team like Sporting in the quarterfinals. They will meet a team like Bayern Munich, like Real Madrid, maybe Juventus. They will be meeting stronger teams, or maybe even Chelsea. I think they can meet an English opposition now, So that tells you that as the season is winding down, the pressure increases because that is when you are nearing the finishing line. And when you're nearing the finishing line, you see the trophy, but it's not only you that is going for the trophy. So that tells you that it's going to be.
I don't know if Liverpool loses the game. Do you think Chelsea have a chance? Do you want to see that happening? Like coming really 4 points.
I mean, right now we are.
I want to see that. Like
I would love to see that.
Top 3 fighting for top.
I would love to see that, but I think.
It's highly unlikely, but
yeah,
you never know. Things have happened.
I thought about that, honestly speaking. I thought about that, but when you are, being realistic, we're not even up to 60 points. I mean, Man City have played one more game, and we're just 7 points behind.
No, if Liverpool doesn't manage to win, which is going to keep them at 66, and Chelsea, if they win their game, which is going to bring them to 62. So 4 points? No, 4 points.
Yeah, 4 points
So,
behind
so it's
behind
going to be
my
4 points difference between Manchester City,
Liverpool and
Liverpool, and then Liverpool and Chelsea. So I think it can become exciting. Arsenal will definitely make
I
it.
don't want to daydream that, honestly speaking. I
I
don't
want
it's
to.
yeah. You can go ahead and do that, but for me, I'm not doing that because I don't think it's going to be possible. I mean, all things are possible, but when you look at the teams that are ahead of you,
Well, Chelsea has gotten better too. It's just I'm saying that Liverpool can lose. There is not high chance, but Liverpool versus Arsenal is a high stake game. If that happens, then I think it's game on again.
you're trying to give me hope, right? It's fine. Let's see what happens. It's all about
talk next week.
it's all about
It's not that far.
it's not far, you know. We have City have played 29 games. So they have 9 games to go. Chelsea and Liverpool, 28 games, have 10 games to go. You know, and we'll see. You know, Arsenal, I don't know. They have 26 games. 2 of those games, one will be against Liverpool, the other one will be against Chelsea. So,
okay, let's.
I'm confident we'll beat Arsenal without any shadow of doubt. I'm confident. Worst case scenario is going to be a draw, but not to lose to them. We're done losing games this season. I think we're done losing games.
No.
Yeah, I think, especially in the Premier League. Yeah, we need to build on that. 5 games unbeaten, all 5 wins. So we need to continue ramming, you know, the W's and the W's and the W's. You know, we need to, you know, look at Brighton, 13th position, 5 losses.
Yeah. Anyways, let's wrap it up. It's more than an hour.
Yeah, it's been a good journey so far. The Premier League has been exciting, and today's game was good. Wednesday is Brighton playing Tottenham. What's your prediction for that? Understanding Tottenham and knowing Brighton with 5 games lost in a row,
I think Tottenham has an upper hand in that game, for sure.
Yeah, I think Tottenham will beat Brighton. There are 2 London clubs, but I think Tottenham will come out on top. Arsenal, Liverpool, predictions?
I think Arsenal can win. I'm not kidding. I think Arsenal can win.
Okay, I'll hold you to that. I'll go for Liverpool. Okay. I'll go for Liverpool to win. I don't know by how many margins or the goals or the score, but I'll go for a 3-1 Liverpool.
Okay.
3-1 Liverpool. Actually, I'll go for 2-0 Liverpool. Because I want Van Dijk not to concede goals for my fantasy. My fantasy league. Yeah. And on Thursday, Everton plays Newcastle. What hope are you giving to Everton fans?
No hope.
No hope?
No. Newcastle is going to crush them. Unless they do something in the defense. But yeah. Everton is playing really bad.
Lampard has to. Yeah. Lampard has to show up the defense first. You cannot want to go attack and then you conceding goals. Because if you concede first, it makes the job harder for you to even score. So if you score first, then it makes it easier for you to not to concede. But you can't guarantee this thing. So the first will be conservative. Try to stop the goals from coming in. And then, they will be playing Newcastle. And the thing about Lampard is that I think as an attacking player, you just want to attack. And now for this game, I will if I were in his position and we are losing like this, I would say, scroll up a little bit. Let's see their position and their how they have been performing. Yeah, look at that. 1 win in 5, 4 losses straight. So there's not even a draw. So why don't he, like, let's
get a draw?
Let's get a draw. Let's fight for a point here.
Like
let's
draws,
yeah. Or not even if because when you fight not to concede goals, because he just goes attack, and then leaves the back open. Stay back, hold back, suck up the pressure, counter attack. Now you have to play players that can give you counter attack, you know, the ability to go for a counter. Maybe that way you can get a goal and then maybe, you know, get a win too. But if you just like, oh, I'm going to go on them like that, or it's just Newcastle, yeah. But there's another psychological approach to the game that you like, okay, yeah, Everton, Newcastle have been doing well, so let's hold back for a bit, let them enjoy possession. It's tiring, but you have to have the right set of players to do. That's what my Crystal Palace did today. They had the right set of players. If you don't have the right set of players to hold back and to counter attack, they will not be able to do it.
That's exactly Tottenham Spurs did against City.
Yeah, sit back, let them have the ball. Once they have the ball, you get a chance. Because definitely players fall into this state of being overconfident when they have a lot of possession. And they sometimes forget themselves. Look at Man City today. When Conor Gallagher won the ball in the middle there, unfortunately, Zaha was not even running enough in the same pace with which the player was running. Because if Zaha was on the same wavelength in speed, when Conor Gallagher won that ball from off Laporte, I think he would have gotten the ball that he served him to try to finish, you know. But again, and it's not only once that happened today. I think it happened 2 or 3 times when City lost the ball, you know, on possession. So it's one thing that I think Lampard should consider doing. You know, if he's listening to this, you know, I will encourage him to.
I'll email him.
Play a little bit conservative and try to counter attack, but you have to have the right set of players to do that. You know, to be able to go on a counter. But anyway, I'll be going for a draw in this game. Actually, you think?
Like Newcastle?
I think it will be a tie. So we'll see. Oh man, what a journey!
Okay, thanks for tuning in wherever you did, and subscribe and share.
Muchas gracias, my people. Thank you very much. It's been a journey, and the season is gradually coming to a close. You know, thank God.
Exciting every week.
Yeah, it's getting exciting.
Getting every day because they're games.
Games almost every day, every now and then. If they're not Champions League games, they are Premier League games. You know, maybe FA Cup games as well. So, thank you very much. Keep enjoying football. If you have any comments, you know, anything that you want to share with us, leave the comments in the comment section there. We'll be more than glad to hear from you. And, you know, maybe someday have one of you come on as a guest on our podcast here, you know. And, muchas gracias. Thank you. Gracias.
See you next
Danke.
week.
Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.